Meet Natalie. Natalie loves books.
This is your brain on books. Any questions? And this is Angela. She's a very serious jazz singer.
Shooby-dooby-dooby-doop-doop-doo. And sure, we both like to stay informed, but this world sometimes, am I right? You know what we need? 30 minutes of meditation.
Pop culture meditation.
So we're here to remind you.
We get it. You're smart. But right now, take a deep breath and put your books down.
Yeah, boom. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, Natalie. Hello. I'm looking at
Angela.
you. You have no arms all of a sudden. Where are your arms?
I'm just stretching my back.
What is going on? You are showing us some.
Stiff.
Yeah. Wow. She's stretching her arms behind her back and really giving us a nice view of her front part. And for a minute there, you looked like you didn't have any arms.
Yeah. Well, as my Pilates instructor told me, I am extremely double flexible.
Extremely double flexible.
I'm not certain that that's the term that he used.
Probably not. Right.
Joey
Probably
Edwards, but it's something like that.
Sure.
That's why I have elbow problems too. But
right.
What's up?
Well, everybody, welcome to Put Your Books Down.
Welcome.
Natalie and I are so happy you have decided to join us. And if you like this podcast and you keep coming back week after week for the ridiculous conversations that we have about pop culture and old movies and ridiculous situations that we find ourselves in, thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you to everybody who's given us reviews. If you haven't already, just go ahead and like the video. Just go ahead and like it right now while you're sitting here watching us. Like and subscribe right now. And then we don't have to ask you to do it again. We love it. We love it when you do it. We just want to keep growing our fan base. We get these notices about like who's watching and we're like, oh my gosh, like people from all over the world watch our podcast, which I had no idea.
It's so nuts.
It's wild. It's so cool. I know.
It's
I love it.
Cool. I do too.
So today, everybody, we're going to be talking about, like, if there was a topic for this episode, I think it would be called, well, that was awkward.
Crickets. Could be called crickets.
And so I kind of started thinking about this, and I'm just going to ask you, Natalie, have you ever been in a room and you know you're going to be called on to say something? And so you try to think of a funny joke or some sort of a one-liner, but you know it's going to be a flop, but you just can't help yourself. Or like, so I was in a situation recently where I was getting ready to sing with the North Carolina Jazz Repertory Orchestra, right?
Which is a really big deal, by the way.
It's a big deal. Like, I'm not the star of the show, okay? I'm just the hired singer who comes in and sings a few songs per set, and that's it. And they were coming to pull me up to sing that song, Pick Yourself Up. It's an old jazz standard, you know, that song, nothing's impossible I have found, for when my chin is on the ground, I take a deep breath, and pick myself up and start over again. Right,
yeah,
right. The tune's called Pick Yourself Up. So I'm sitting there and I was like thinking to myself, like, yeah, so like this antisocial guy walks into a bar and the bartender looks at him and he's like, hey, I've seen your vibes. Maybe you just want to go ahead and pick yourself up. And I was like, that's not going to be a funny joke.
Wait, who said that?
I was thinking that
was in your head.
my brain.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But what was it? But what did you do?
Nothing. I just got up and sang the song. But I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking like if there was a funny joke to tell with the title Pick Yourself Up, it would be like this bartender tells this antisocial guy just that he has bad vibes and he just needs to pick himself up. And I was like, that's not gonna be as funny as maybe like in my brain I think that is. And I know that this has happened.
Like bullying. I mean, I think your awkwardness leans towards bullying. I mean, singling a man out who's like, skirt, what was this lady talking about?
No,
you're like, you
like
have
the
bad
guy,
energy.
No, the guy is like, he's admittedly like antisocial. Like he's an antisocial guy.
Okay,
that's the
to
setup.
an audience he's admitted this, or just to you privately?
No, just in the joke. Oh,
in your
bit.
In your bit. Got it.
In the bit, the guy goes into a bar and he's an antisocial guy.
Sure.
And the bartender says to him, hey, you're I've seen your vibes. Why don't you just go ahead and pick yourself up?
Okay.
That's the joke. See, but now
Okay.
I have described it and explained it to you, and there's no laughing because it's not funny.
It's not
It's
that
not
it's not
funny.
funny. It's just like
Right.
it's
It
a
isn't
thinker.
funny. This
But
is what I'm
It's
saying.
funny though. If you had done that, it would be really funny because it would not have
No.
landed, and I'd be laughing my ass off right now. So
Right, because
that's
it
the
didn't
funny.
land.
Yeah,
That is
but
the funny.
you
Yes.
need to bring up you need to talk about like actual moments that this has happened to you then, because like that's the
I'll
meat
tell
and
you
the
one.
potatoes that everybody wants to know.
Okay, I'll tell you one. I was at a church retreat when I was like 14. And I
Well, see,
thought
it's
it would be
already
funny.
good. It's already good.
There was a dance.
Oh, dear.
And we got in the car to go home after the dance. And I said something to the car full of Mormons. I said, yeah, have you ever heard the one about the girl who had boobs on her back? She was a little weird to look at, but she was sure fun to dance with. That was...
Whoa. It's so I can relate though. You and I have those
laughed.
personalities that people want because we want shock value. You and I growing up, both of us were all into the shock value because we're the babies.
Yes.
And our parents
Yes.
are bored at that point, and we're like, no, look at me. So I would say the
Yes.
wildest shit that would never land just to get attention.
Right.
Even when my family wasn't there. Like to your point, to your story.
Yeah.
One time my sister told this story the other night. This is why I remembered. I kind of had blocked it out because it's mortifying. So Lauren was 4 years older than me. I'm at the Anthony school. I think I'm in like 2nd or 3rd grade, and her friends were in like 7th or 8th grade. And she was actually at a different school at the time, but I knew her guy friends, and I always had crushes and would chase these boys like since I was little around the playground. Like I was like, they were terrified of me. Obviously, you can't get away with that anymore, which is good. So I went up to this one guy that I guess thought was really cute, and I wanted him. The goal was to embarrass my sister, I guess, but also, and I genuinely didn't know what this word meant. My family won't believe me, but I didn't. So I'm like 8. I go up to this older kid and I go, "Hey, so and so, what does horny mean?" Yeah, and then he goes, well, Natalie, horny is when 2 men get a plastic tube and some gerbils, and one man puts the tube in another man's bottom asshole, and then they connect the tubes and they let the gerbils run in and out of their buttholes for a certain amount of time. And this is at recess or at like a bake sale at school, and I was like, he's like, is that clear enough for you? He knew what I was doing, and I was like, what did? Okay. Well, I go he just wanted to say something that would shock me back. Like I was trying to be like, what's horny? And he trumped my shockingness with extra shock. And I was
he really
stunned,
did.
Came home, told my sister, and she was laughing so hard. I was like, oh my God. I guess your friends still have your back, even though you're at a different school. Like I was trying to mortify her because like in front of her little boyfriends and stuff in the car, so they'd be in the back seat. Lauren's in 4th grade. So that means I'm real young. But I was educated through movies. Okay. And I got to sit in the front seat. I got to sit in the front seat when Lauren was in the back seat with a boy.
Because
me and my mother.
Seatbelts. Yeah. Who needs seatbelts?
Well, it's me and my mom.
You can just rest your Coke sister from your Happy Meal on the dashboard.
Well, my sister,
no big deal.
Lauren was a classic, typical older sister. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you know what that means.
Yes, I do.
The baby's got to get in there where she can.
Yeah.
But
100%.
we go for the jugular. Okay.
Yeah.
That's also
for sure.
It's just a thing. So I would look back at Lauren. She also shared the stories with my husband. And I'm like, I'm really not a bad person, I promise. Because it was just so awkward. I made it so awkward that it wasn't funny. And I would get it would be so awkward that I would get in trouble. Okay.
Right.
I look at my sister. She's with her little boyfriend after this like crazy church experience that I'm sure gave him nightmares from our Southern Baptist church for life. Yeah. And I look at her and she said she could feel it in her stomach. She's like, oh God, shit. Okay.
Natalie's
And I look at
revving
my
something up
mom
here.
and I go, and my mom says she felt it too. Natalie's going to act out and be weird again. And I looked at my mom and go, Mom? She's like, what? I go, what's a period?
Oh.
And no one laughed. I mean, I did expect laughter. I really did. But it was like my mom, like, I felt as though she had turned on me and was like, it's a car, Natalie. You know exactly what a period is. Now stop it. And like I was trying to make the boy laugh.
Yeah, you're trying to make people uncomfortable.
Yeah,
You're
but I
trying to be
didn't think I was going to get
provocative,
but I not only got scolded.
Yeah.
So it was like
busted.
Crickets having babies
the
in
worst.
the car. I mean, it was the worst crickets. I was like, oh,
it's so awful.
Okay. I got in trouble in front, and Lauren's like, did that go the way you thought I was going to go? I mean, she didn't, but she had that smirk. And I was like,
yeah.
God, I lose. I always lose.
Yeah. I know. Look, I think it's definitely something that has become our superpowers, that we are the people who can still insert a one-liner and make people laugh and take one for the team and also be awkward, and it's okay. Like,
we can handle
it. But what I've concocted today is a series of questions that I have for you where I'm going to present you with a scenario and you're going to tell me what your one-liner is going to be in that scenario. Okay?
I know. And you know what? I'm going to just do it as like, right. If I had to immediately react.
Yeah.
You can't
like,
have
we're not
a
gonna
lull.
think
If you
it
have
through.
a lull,
no.
Then you're not that person you don't do the delivery. Right. We're the type of people that we don't allow the lull to think through what we're about to say. We just say it. So that's what I'm going to do today.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to give you a couple just real softballs, and then there might be a couple doozies, but nonetheless, here's one that just came right.
Just as me.
Yeah. So you're at the supermarket. You're in the checkout line, and you're getting your groceries, and your debit card is declined. What do you say?
I say, I got hacked again. Yeah. And then I say, I'm just kidding. Let me try another card because I have a Klarna problem. And I do the whole bit about Klarna.
Oh my God.
But if I initially do not take responsibility, like, must have been hacked again. Everybody's getting hacked these days. No, it's because I don't have any money. So.
That's what you're... Okay. So. You're at the car wash and your car's done, and
is this like a drive-through car wash or like a
no? It's like a full service one, like a full service one. And they pull your car around, and the person who washed your car, pushed the driver's car seat all the way to the front, but you don't realize this, so you try to get in, and so the car is pushed all the way up to the steering wheel, but you keep trying to get in anyway. You got the scenario?
And then I react, and I'm still trying to get in. I look over and I go, tight squeeze, am I right?
Exactly.
Whoa. Right. Oink, oink, Natalie. It's all my fault. I'm a fat piece of shit. Have a good day. Thank you so much for your service. That's the vibe. And then you give them right? I mean, that's the angle. That's the way I go with that. Never like, did you need to pull my seat all the way up and forget to put it back? No, it's my fault. I'm a giant human. So, okay.
That's exactly what I thought you would. I mean, something I couldn't have imagined what you would say, but now that's it. That's exactly what you would say. Okay. Next one is let's just pretend this is happening even before you're married. You're on a first date with someone at a restaurant where a bunch of two top tables are lined up with a banquette seat on one side. So you get the visual, like there's a long banquette along a wall,
like a bench?
And then there's like like a bench, but you know how they're like all the way along the wall, and then there's like two top tables, and then there's a chair on the other side.
Yeah.
And they're often tight. It's a tight squeeze, Yeah. And so the person next to you gets up and squeezes between your table and their table, but so their butt is like right on, like facing your table. So their butt is like, you getting the visual here?
Yeah.
So what do you?
Who ordered the ham? I like hot dogs with my buns. I don't know about you. Yeah.
And I mean, that would be the backside. What
or
if it was
actually,
the
it's
front?
a more physical comedy where if it's that way, I would just look at the person I was at dinner with and go, honk honk. Like I'd just do the pretend air bun squeeze and say honk honk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's always a safe go-to.
It just seems like something you would do. I mean, I just know you, so I. Okay.
100%.
So you're
Yeah, we don't
you're
want the front. The front's a
No,
whole different
the
awkward
front.
situation. I would be left there to pay for my own dinner.
Like, what would you say if it were the front? You know what?
I don't think it's not PYBD. I think my initial reaction would have felt like a Tourette's moment. It would have been like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like,
Oh, get your dick out of my
that thing
face.
out of here.
Right.
I'd be like, I would be confrontational, awkward. Like, excuse me, sir, can you get that thing out of here?
I'm assuming it's a man.
Yeah, I'm assuming
it's a man.
Well, if it's a woman, it doesn't matter. They're just scooting. But if it's a man, I'm gonna be like, excuse me, sir, can you get that thing out of here?
Yeah,
we're trying to eat.
Too much.
Yeah.
It's too much in my face right here at this moment. It's just too much.
I would be like, pardon, sir.
Right. And you
and then I'd be looking for like laughing validation, like, right? They're like,
right.
Most people just don't say anything.
Most people in these scenarios, I think most people in these scenarios just let it happen, right? They don't.
But then they are so full of coulda, woulda, shouldas. What a missed opportunity for what could possibly be the best joke of your life. 9 times out of 10, it's not. They all go into the dumpster. But at least we take a chance.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, it's just, there's a certain personality that has to say something. I feel like it's because we sense the awkwardness so deeply that we have to say something, whereas we're making it so much more awkward by saying something.
That's our job, though. We do that like we get a paycheck for it. It's something in our brain.
I know.
And and when you and I were together in New York, like things on the subway, things at dinner. I mean, you and I.
Corporate meetings.
I'm just glad. Corporate meetings. I'm just glad we didn't make people jump off of a building with our trying to break this like awkward silences and awkward confrontations in meetings, and all of this stuff that was like literally I needed to wear like a Hannibal Lecter mask to keep my job. It's just because all we're trying to do is help. I think it's helping.
Right. You think it's helping.
Like I have clients that like lull around in the waiting room. They're like, thank you so much. And we've had all the conversation. It's our first time together. And I'm like, okay, wrapping it up. I want to get the wrap it up box out, but I still keep going because I don't want them to feel awkward, even though it is awkward. And then it gets worse. And then when I think it's done, I'm like, all right, I love you. And then I lose. I lose the awkward off. Right. Because I'm like, I don't know what else to say. And I don't even think of it. Just like, I'm like, all right, well, love you so much.
Right. But see,
we don't know each other.
I also feel like other people probably don't see these situations as all that awkward. And so
you know why? Because they're more comfortable with themselves than we are.
I think this is what this is.
We're weird.
This therapy session is really.
We are weird.
Yeah.
And instead of hiding it though, because we physically cannot. If we could, we wouldn't have a podcast. Okay. And people wouldn't find us nearly as interesting if we knew when to shut up. We don't know when to shut up. That's the thing.
Probably it. Yeah. All right. I got another one for you.
Oh, all right.
You're having a massage.
Oh, Lord.
And you toot. What do you do?
Oh, my God. After dying inside, I toot. And then I'll say, wow, really got that pressure point.
Oh, you would. I
blame it on the masseuse.
You would blame it on them. Huh.
But you know what I actually would do? I would have stood up, gotten dressed in front of this person and left. And probably driven into a river. That's the real answer. But you want my funny little awkward break the tension moment?
I really want to know.
No, I wouldn't say a word. I would just immediately get up and look down and not make eye contact and get dressed and get out of there and drive into a river.
But massage therapists deal with that all the time. There's nothing awkward for them about it. How do you know?
Are you a masseuse?
No.
You don't think that they all get together and talk about the worst farts?
The term is massage therapist.
Okay. Well, I think that they have like
I've
what
known
everybody
many in
does.
my life.
And they're like, oh, a toot, that's so natural. Like, it's
They
so
do.
okay.
They say
Like,
that.
that
They're
does
like, we
not
hear
bother
everything.
me at all.
They say that. That's what they say.
They say that to the commoners like us because they have a whole group chat making fun of all the toots that they are exposed to. And glad they're not getting double barrel pink eye because it's definitely when they're on their stomachs.
Yeah.
It's not right. It's not fair.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. You're at the movies. You know how when you go to the movies now, like everybody reserves their own seats and you have like the recliner seats, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So you're going to a movie and you go in there and somebody's in your seat and there's no more seats in the entire theater. What do you do? What do you say?
I say, buckle up, partner. I'm about to sit on your lap.
Do you actually say
Scoochie
that?
over. I'm gonna say, gotta scooch. Obviously I'm not missing this movie. It's sold out. I mean, I'm not that type. I'm not like the Karen type that's gonna be like, or normal. This is two different types. That's like, excuse me, I think you're in my seat. I wouldn't do that. It's too awkward. That's more awkward to me than being like, hey, showing my ticket in my hand and being like, scoochies. Yeah.
And then like make
them
it
assuming that
like
they will just get up and leave. I'm assuming that lightens the moment without me being confrontational. They get up and leave, but I'm not going to be like, you're in my seat. Pardon me, like a normal human. Pardon me, sir, you're actually in my seat. Like, here's my ticket. And they'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a drifter. And I just thought I could see this movie without buying a ticket. And, but instead I'm going to be like, you're either going to have to scoot over or I'm going to pop a squat right there on your lap. With my ticket in hand, hoping to weird them out enough to like just quietly get up and leave. And I have my seat.
All right. That's good to know. I
don't want to be, I'm so worried. I'm so scared of being rude.
Right.
When I know
it's pretty rude of somebody to sit in your seat. I mean, they may not have known. It doesn't matter,
but like, that's why that brings out the most awkwardness in me because especially when I know I'm right.
Oh yeah.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's a lot.
Like, let's just face it.
Like, let's just be honest. I'm right a lot.
Okay.
I'm right a lot. But I also experienced that. My sister and I experienced that similar situation over Christmas. Little Natalie and Amy and Mike, her parents, we were all going to see Marty Supreme at the new theater together with the recliners. And we bought all the seats together. Natalie and I did. And it was me I bought like 6 tickets for me, Scott, Lauren, Collins. Scott and Collins could not come, luckily, because that would have been the scenario because I bought it for the day before. It was at Christmas and I purchased the tickets for Christmas Eve. So we get in there and we're sitting with Natalie and we had the whole row and all these people are coming to their seats and they're like,
you're in our seat.
And I was like, oh God, okay. Sorry. I was like, I'm so sorry. So then we just go to the next row in front. Yeah. And everybody that walked by, I was like, oh my God. I was like, please, Lord, please, Lord, please, Lord, please, Lord, please, Lord, please don't do it. Don't make this. Please don't make me get up. I can't handle it. I'm sweating profusely because I bought the tickets on the wrong day.
Yep.
And thank God we had the last 2 seats. It was sold out and one couple didn't come, but it wasn't Scott and Collins because they had seats for the night before. So they were like, so sorry we couldn't make it. And Lauren and I were like, if you had, we wouldn't have watched it because Natalie fucked up and got the wrong tickets.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well,
I was sweating through my Patagonia. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that does happen. And it
does happen.
That was when I was wrong. So we lucked out.
Yes, you lucked out. All right. So this is another dining scenario one. So you're dining solo at a very cute little place that you absolutely love. Okay.
I used to do that all the time.
Neighborhood place.
I used to do that all the time.
You're sitting there, you're like, I can buy myself flowers. And you're just like having a great time with your bad self. And you take a bite of your food and you look down right after you take a bite and there's just like a big black curly hair right on top of your omelet or whatever.
Am I just by myself though? Who's going to feel the awkwardness?
You're by yourself. You're by yourself. What are you going to say? What are you going to do? What is your response in that scenario?
Well, is to drink through it. It's to drink through it. Obviously won't be eating my food. And then when the server comes back and is like, did you not like it? I say, well, not to make a big deal, I very much downplay. I'm like, oh my God, like obviously I have a random black curly hair that just fell out of my head and like came onto this plate, even though I have straight blonde-ish brown hair. I blame me.
Oh my God.
And I say, and I don't know, and they know exactly what's going on. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, I'm such a fucking idiot. No, I'm known for that. I'm known for that random little hair. It just kind of pops up sometimes on my plate. That's what I do. And then they're like,
wow.
Clearly that wasn't your hair and you shouldn't have to pay that. I'm like, oh no,
But
I'll pay double. Let me pay
does
double.
it bother you that it's like a dark brown, like a curly black hair at all?
Well, Angela, I don't continue to eat the food.
Right. But you don't
So
throw
I
up
have
or anything.
multiple cocktails to not freak out or, I mean, I feel so bad for the service industry.
Yes.
You know, and like who they have to deal with. And I don't want to be that person that like shit when that kind of stuff, it happens, right? Like shit happens. Like
it's not anybody's fault. It just happens.
Well, it's the person's fault who inspected the dish at my favorite local place before it was sent to me, which was obviously, it was like blatantly right there according to your scenario. Right. So it is someone's fault.
Yeah.
And it's gross.
Yeah.
Right. I have a weird thing about loose hairs. I clean my shower drain after every use. Like my sister made a analogy type thing when we were little that's never left me. And it might have been like I think she was trying to make me throw up, like to be mean, but talking about like when you're at like a Wild River Country or like a water park or like a public pool area. She's like, she said, just imagine like random stranger people's hairs like individually suffocating your toes.
Oh my God.
And it's never left me for 30 years. So my thing with loose hairs, I've just, and also me and my nature is to not take it out on, I am also in the service industry. So I have a very warm spot. So I'm going to make a joke to lighten it. Now, we were at a very nice restaurant for my dad's, it was I think it was his birthday brunch, and Lauren Collins and the kids were here, and Scott and I and my mom, we took him to this restaurant. I won't say what it is. And Bruce bit into his sandwich, and it was a hook, a plastic backing that sticks, one of those sticky hooks that I have in my closet for my robe with a metal hook, but it has like a sticky back so you can like have hooks wherever you need them, was in his sandwich, and he was chewing on it. And he pulled it out of his mouth, and everybody just like skirted away from the table. And we're like, I'm not eating. None of us are eating our food anymore. It was really a swanky place. And then the server, we had to tell him. Yeah. And I did. I was like, this was the first time I wasn't awkward. I was like, hey man, this obviously is not your fault. However, my dad almost lost a tooth. Okay. Like this is like wild. And he was like, oh my God. And the chef would not come out to apologize because he said he was too embarrassed. The manager came out, and I was like, hey, you know what? And I even said, I was like, shit happens. I totally get it. But this was like incredibly dangerous. And so like, I just don't feel like we should have to pay for at least that meal. Like my dad, assuming they'd be like, because obviously we all stopped eating, assuming that it would be like comped, but we would leave a really big tip for our server.
Yeah.
But it was like a big table, whatever. And so that's not what they did. And they were super rude, but our server was super darling. We tipped him huge because he got a lot of stuff taken off of the bill. Yeah. And he quit. He came outside, took our family photo, and was so apologetic. And I was like, we kept being like, dude, it is so not your fault. Thank you for like being such a gentleman about this, because he could have choked. He could have died. I mean, I would have had to reach my hand. I mean, that could have been so bad. And this is like a known fancy place in town. And he was so nice and kind about it. And now he quit that job, and now he works in my parents' favorite restaurant in town, and they're all buds.
Oh, good.
It's the cutest thing ever.
Oh, my God.
And he remembered Bruce because we didn't do like these formal complaints. We didn't do all we weren't trying to get everybody in trouble.
Right.
But it was a safety concern at that point.
Yes.
There's a line. I can be silly and funny, like with a hair, right? Even though it's my worst nightmare. Like, just put a centipede on my plate, okay? Same vibe for me. But there's a line of life-threatening and disgusting, and I'm better with I'm happily comfortable with the awkwardness of disgusting and with kindness than I
Yes.
am with dangerous, no accountability. Okay?
Well,
That's when the awkwardness is cut from my
this got
voice.
really serious. This got
But
really,
it's
really serious.
there's just
But
variables.
It's yes, absolutely. There are
Like,
variables.
you put that centipede hair on my sandwich or my let me tell you something. Okay, I don't think I'd have the same reaction if it was like in a sandwich and I like pulled it out of my mouth. Okay,
Oh,
there are levels.
gross.
I would have burned the place down with
Oh my
everyone in it.
God.
That I would have burned the place down with everyone in it.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I don't
yeah.
want to. I just my nature, as is yours, is like, hey, let's laugh. I'm going to laugh about this real quick first before I throw up in your floor. This is disgusting, and
Yeah.
it's probably my hair, but I don't
Right.
want it.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know. And of course, it's not
All
my
right.
hair. I don't have curls.
Right.
I've tried to do home perms.
We got
They've
that
never
part.
worked.
Yeah. Right.
So.
Okay. So I just have. Do we have a chick stop for today? Is there a chick? Bow, bow. Oh, do, 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 do. Yeah.
I don't.
I don't have a chick stop either for today, but I will say, like, we just have to raise our glasses to all of the women out there that are in these awkward situations on the regular and they handle them with grace.
Yes.
Like, cheers to all
Cheers
of the
to
ladies
all
because we are
women and all
often
ladies.
in
And you know
in
what? We
these
put up with
scenarios.
a
We're
lot
always
of awkward
expected.
shit.
We're
We deal
always
with a
expected
lot of
to
weird
smooth
shit.
it over, right?
We're the
always
ones to smooth it over.
Yes. So
But
cheers
it's
to
okay
us.
not to sometimes, but but also don't be a,
A Karen.
Well, I don't know if that's the
C-word.
slang anymore.
C-word.
Just don't be
a C-word.
Don't be awful. Now we're all trying to do our best up here, and now I'm awkward because I just want to make sure everybody knows that I'm not calling you awful. But don't be awful.
Don't be awful.
Don't
Just
be a
cool.
dick.
Very cool.
Be cool. We're all humans. We're doing our best.
Everybody's doing their best.
And
Cheers
it's way easier to handle a situation with a laugh.
Yes.
Than like a stern punishing someone. Because let me tell you something, that'll ruin someone's entire week.
Yes.
Some dude flipped me off because I was trying to get into a lane once. And I couldn't get in. It was traffic. And he flipped me off. And it ruined. And it was some bullshit redneck douchebag. I could not shut up about it. I am my father's daughter.
Did you
I am
not
my father's daughter, and I was so hurt.
You should have.
I was so hurt.
Everybody that is listening to this podcast right now, I just want to say Natalie taught me something that Bruce does or had done at some point in traffic when he's angry at somebody. He rolls down his window and says, "I hope you get diarrhea." And I think
I don't want to encourage violence.
I know, but I think telling somebody that I hope they get diarrhea is one of the best things I've ever heard in my entire life because
it really is
a gentle insult. Like
it's a name of a chapter in my memoir. And I'm going to just list all the people I hope they get diarrhea. That's all it is.
Right, exactly.
Famous, non-famous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just, I hope you get diarrhea.
I hope you get diarrhea. Let me ask you, is there anything else that you want to share with us? An awkward scenario you've been in recently or something you want to share or anything like that?
Well, I'll tell you one thing that an entire photo album from Thanksgiving was named after this awkward moment that I had produced in New York. And all my friends, my friends came to visit and it was like a mixed bag of people. And we had lunch reservations for like 10 at Barbudo. Like it was so hip and cool at the time. And I was like living there in Whitney. We were like the hostesses. But it was like a real, a different type of people, all this. But like, I love that. But I also want to like finesse that and not make it weird. And we sat down and everybody was kind of quiet. Everybody like already had drinks and stuff. And it was just kind of awkward. So I was like, hey, I got a good Thanksgiving Day joke. And they're like, okay. And I'm not going to tell the joke because I had told it since I was a child and it always like slayed. Okay. It was like everyone laughed. I also think it was because of the joke coming out of my mouth at such a young age. I was telling adults. So it was the 90s, 80s. And Lauren and I was telling, Lauren and I were replaying this when she was here, and she was like, I think I told you that joke. I was like, I don't know who told me that joke, but it's not okay. And this was the first time I had done this as an adult in a table with adults. And all I'll tell you is the ingredients of this joke that, and I honestly had never like thought about, this is another thing. I don't think about what I'm saying, but I'm getting laughs. So it's not occurring to me without like racism and stuff like that. Like if it's like nasty or vulgar, I don't necessarily even understand the joke that I'm telling. I just know I'm getting laughs. So I don't pay attention to what I'm the words that are coming, like what the whole basis of what I'm saying is. So I'll just say this. It did not land. And all weekend after I told this joke, first of all, it was crickets for at least, I'm going to say 15 solid Mississippi seconds. Okay. Everybody was like, and then it was a whole lot of what's wrong with you. Okay. Because the joke ingredients, as harmless as I meant it, it made me reflect. And they were like, listen to what you just said. The ingredients were murder. And it was, none of this used bad words. Murder, incest, bestiality, and rape. And this was like most harmless joke I thought. And it didn't use any of those words, but those were the ingredients of the joke that I had told. And I'd been telling my whole life because I would get laughs and no one, and I think now what I had realized in that moment, when they made me dissect it, that became the first hour of Thanksgiving. I was real ashamed of myself and I didn't know. And they really explained it piece by piece of why it was so bad and not okay.
Yeah.
So the album name, and then we had a great weekend, but everybody would keep going back to be like, hey, Natalie, you got any good Thanksgiving Day jokes? And that's the name of the photo album on Facebook of that whole like weekend Thanksgiving trip.
Wow. Thanksgiving Day jokes.
Because they kept dragging me about it. And then Lauren was like, tell me the joke again when I was giving her treatment. She was like, I had her on so many drugs for the soft wave. So she was laughing so hard. I was like, because she was wait. She was so wait. Explain it to me and do it again. And I was like, Lauren, it's so bad. I'll tell the joke real quick. I'm going to end. You know what? My namaste to you is the joke. It's 2 seconds.
Okay.
It's just, then you'll,
fine.
I think,
sure?
I've told you this before.
Are you sure you want to tell this joke, everybody? Everybody, just buckle up.
You're going to listen to the joke.
I can't believe this world premiere of Natalie saying it in public.
I think I've said it before. I think I've said it before. Anyway.
I think you've referenced it.
I've referenced it, but I've never told the joke.
I'm scared.
I'm going to tell the joke because I have to come full circle. Okay?
Okay.
So
I'm gonna say my namaste to you, and then then we'll send off our listener
though to not,
with the
but
joke.
I'm worried about the aftermath of you with the joke. You're gonna have to namaste me again that I'm okay and that I'm not.
Okay. It's all right. I'm just gonna say it's not that easy being green.
It's so green.
Namaste. It's just not that easy being green.
I don't even know how I heard this joke. Anyway, I'm just going to do it real quick.
Color of the leaves. Okay, go ahead.
So, all right. So this guy goes to his doctor. This man goes to his doctor and he's like, oh my God, like I don't have any sex drive. By the way, I think that's when people started laughing because I was so young telling this joke to my parents' friends. Okay. So that's why I kept thinking this was landing in all the right ways. I was misled. Okay. And my parents just let me keep telling it because it was hilarious for their friends.
Right. Yes.
This guy goes to his doctor and he's like, man, I don't have any sex drive. And he was like, I don't know. He was like 70s. He's like, I need some help, man. And this doctor was like, okay, well, we have a drug. And actually we have a new drug though, that I would love for you to try, but you can only use it like for 1 week. And then you got to come back in here and we'll talk about how it went. He's like, great. He's like, I'd love it. So a week goes by, he comes back to his doctor and he's like, oh my God, man, like this is awesome. I feel amazing. I feel young again. And the doctor's like, all right, so I'll give you some more. He's like, I got to have some more. He's like, I'll give you some more, but you have to check in with me in 2 weeks. And the guy's like, don't worry, dude. He's like, you know what? Just give me the bottle. I'm an adult. I know what to do, but I will be back here in 2 weeks. And the doctor's like, he's like 70 years old. He's a grown ass man. Okay. He's like, all right, we'll just check in. It was super chill. Well, 3-4 weeks go by and he hasn't heard from this guy. And then he gets a phone call and it's the guy's who was taking the medicine's son. And he's like, hello. And the son's like, doctor, you have to help me. Oh my God. He's like, well, what's the matter? He was like, well, I mean, my dad, he's out of control. He's like, what do you mean he's out of control? He's like, well, my mom's dead. My sister's in a coma. My butt hurts. And now dad's outside yelling, here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
That's the joke. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
wait. Tell me I'm okay.
You're okay.
Tell me I'm
You're
okay.
You're okay.
Do you think that people were laughing so much because that I was a kid saying it in a group of adults? And then I thought I opened Thanksgiving and they were all like,
yes.
Do you know what you just said?
People need to lighten up.
I don't know, man. That bestiality and rape. That's a lot of bestiality and rape. That's a lot. And murder.
Let's end the podcast on that wild note and just say, everybody, be awkward. Continue to stay awkward. Stay as awkward as you need to be. Let your them freak
soar.
Flag fly. Let it soar.
Soar. We're here with you. You ever need validation?
See you.
I see you. Call me. I will make you feel better. Ask Jane.
Yes.
She's almost as bad as we are, if not worse.
Yes, if not worse.
And Jane,
we love you.
Proud of you, sister. You're the most awkward of awkward. And I'm very proud to call you my best friend. I love you very much.
Natalie, I sure do love you.
I love you too, Angela.
Any other way.
Thank you. Likewise.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Do not let that, do not dim that light.
So you saying that to me makes me want to go rolling. Keep them doggies going. My buns are swollen. Like, I just can't take a compliment. I can't take like a soothing thing. I got to make it.
Got to make it weird. All right, everybody. We love you.
Love you so much. Thank you for being here. And
make it weird.
If thank you for letting us cringe you out. Time.
I don't think
time
so.
Again.
I mean, that's what they're here for.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great week.
Have a great week. I love you.
Thanks for that chat.
Sorry about that. I'm not, we're going to take this offline.
It's fine.
Make sure I'm okay. Okay.
You're fine.
I should have told a joke. Should have told it.
It's not that easy being Natalie.
Oh, what is that? You don't want to be in this head. See, that's my reaction. All right. I love you. Bye.
Bye. Now, isn't that better? Thanks for listening. Feel free to leave us a review and be sure to subscribe wherever you get your shows. Put Your Books Down is produced by ClantonCreative.com.